I'm out here today on the Sportster, the 2006. I'm up here at Gay. I'm at the Gay post office right now. Just go ahead and make a little video. I mentioned them bags and stuff I put on it. I'm just killing some time. This thing dieseled on me, kind of chugged when I shut it off. I don't know if it's just where it's a hot day or whether my gas is poor quality. I think we'll head back towards Ripley. I hope I got that angled right. The guy that I'm named after, he was my dad's best friend. He died right after Christmas time. Anyways, that's where he lived out for the past probably for around better than 50 years. My dad helped build that house. At the time I was born, this is the house my parents had. This is where I lived when I was a baby, but I can't remember. And then that guy that I said I was named after, at that time they lived in this next house that we'll pass on the right before they built a new house. I mean the next house, not this driveway. I forgot about that. At the time they lived here, like that had been 50 years ago. My mother didn't start legally driving until probably about the mid-70s. I remember it, but she would drive down to visit her friend there. That was the wife to the one that I said I'm named after. But Dad would back a car in overnight. She could get took off as long as she had no bit of roll. He would back it up onto the bank. She would drive down there, and then that woman that she did that she could drive a standard, and she would turn her around and put her on another bank to get started again. But my mother never had the patience to learn how to drive a standard. She always had to have a lot of mileage, usually a big Chrysler boat. Pretty close to Elmsford Lake now on the backside of it. I tried the video on my way down here, started at Ripley and video this way, and I had squid in my eyes, and it wouldn't bother me that bad. Then it started bothering me a little bit, and I closed my right eye. That was the one bothering me the most. I thought I could drive like this. Then it started bothering me real bad, even with the closed door open. And I would have wrecked if I kept going. So I had to stop and and they moved it when they put the lake in. Several people on boats on the way up. We're still following them, but the trees are kind of growed up. There's a lot of heavy bass in there. Not very common, but I think they catch 6 and maybe a few 8-pound bass out there every once in a while. They don't hold me to it, I just go by what I've seen on videos. I know they catch 6-pound bass from time to time. Other people being killed in the crash going out from Gay Road on the Route 33. From a Dodge truck, I didn't want to get on the road that goes slow, but that Subaru or whatever is in front of me is going slow. wanted to stop there and had to get sent a complete stop, and they I guess tried to either slip out in front of somebody or they didn't see something coming. Another bad practice people used to have, they don't do nowadays, I know of, that they would turn their lights off right before they came to the stop sign at dark. When it was dark, and they would see if they seen lights shining up the hill. And if they didn't see lights shining up the hill, then they had to pull out. Put them towers in. I would hate for him to watch this video, but I don't believe what he was saying. But they had just got that tower, and that tallest one as high as it gets, and he claimed he climbed it almost all the way to the top, and got him until he stopped, had to use the bathroom, and he come back down. But he was serious as a heart attack when he said that. Probably going too fast, yeah. It used to be just a straight 45 speed limit all the way down to these curves. But now they cut it down to 35, then they cut it down to 25 before you get to the curve. A dead deer or something. My one nostril, my right nostril was running like a sugar tree from where my eye was irritated. Anyways, everybody's back to pretty much normal after the 4th. I don't think the 4th, I mean, they still act like it's America's biggest small town 4th of July celebration, but it's not what it once was. I ain't went for years, when we were kids, we'd always go. My parents would take lawn chairs and sit down in the courthouse and listen to the singing. We'd go over to the carnival. Sometimes we'd listen to the singing. I think about the last time I went down there on the music, probably at least 40 years ago. When that song from the Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira, was real big. And everybody that performed down there would try to sing it. Hillbreed, I forget who, but everybody tried to sing it. People make fun of Subarus, almost consider them like a gay vehicle or something. But Subarus are pretty practical cars. Lots of times troubles that plagued one years ago will haunt them for life. I mean, like a Harley Davidson, for instance, still has a reputation of leaking all over the place and being undependable, and they've had that issue took care of for years. But Subaru always had a bad reputation for leaking oil, exhaust cracking on them and things like that. I've got a Subaru now, it's beat all to pieces. My mother don't drive, it was her old car. And I just basically took it to keep it from rotting away. I think they run that late. But it's a good car, it just looks like an accordion. Her driving skills has really went downhill. But when I was a kid, I had a Subaru. When I say a kid, like 18, 20 years old. A Subaru wagon. It's like all the mail carriers used to have back in the old days. And it had the little rinky-dink Subaru motor in it. The spare tire up under the hood on top of the motor. Had the 4-speed and had the transfer case right there inside where you kick it in high and low. And that thing would go like a Sherman tank. Actually, Ridge ran in that. Now it did leak oil, but it run good. I won't get any faster than 45 till I see the sign. Turns to 55 about in the state Peaceberry. I was already going 55. Last time I got my 2002, I was wearing these same shoes here. The top is almost like yarn, almost like sweater material, and I had a hard time getting it out of 4th into 5th. I don't know if that issue's getting worse or what, but I am going to start riding this one more till I fix the other one. I can tolerate this just fine. probably could have beat that car, but I don't take any unnecessary chances on a motorcycle. At least I avoid taking them. Rollins Lake, I know I'm starting to end a lot of videos here. That's that speed bump I nailed fast. Wasn't paying attention one time. And I've come to the conclusion, this don't lug like I thought. It's just where that motor shakes at a low RPM, just under a little bit of power. But when I was out of my other one the last time on Chestnut Ridge, I cut my, and these run just basically exactly the same. When them air-ons or your-ons, they run basically the same as far as power and things like that goes. But this one had that, I thought I heard a siren. This one had that feeling of lugging. Excuse me. And it's where that motor set in rubber. You can see that motor shaking. But when you give it gas, it smooths out and quits shaking. It's setting rubber bushings there up front and in the back. Well, thanks for watching.